Take their seats, please. Thank you, members. This time, I'd like to welcome everyone to the second interim Joint Committee on Natural Resources and Energy. Ask the clerk to call the roll, please.
Senator Boswell. Here. Senator Carpenter. Senator Elkins. Here. Senator Girdler. Here. Senator Herron. Here. Senator Maiden. Here. Senator Mills. Senator Webb. Senator West.
Here.
Senator Wheeler. Here. Senator Williams.
Here.
Representative Baker.
Here.
Representative Ballman.
Here.
Representative Blanton.
Present.
Representative Bowling.
Here.
Representative Bridges.
Here.
Representative Chester Burton. Representative Dossett.
Present.
Representative Flannery.
Here.
Representative Fugate.
Here.
Representative Hancock.
Here.
Representative Johnson.
Here.
Representative McCool. Representative Miles. Representative Moore.
Here.
Representative Smith.
Here.
Representative Watkins. Representative Wesley. Representative Whitaker.
Here.
Representative White.
Here.
Representative Williams.
Present.
Co-Chair Smith.
Present.
And Co-Chair Gooch.
Here. Okay, we do have a quorum. One of the things that we have to do with this meeting is a presentation and a public hearing on the low-income home energy assistance program, referred to as LIHEAP. I know there have been some talk about federal funding and that sort of thing, but we are going to conduct this as we've always done in the hopes that this program will continue and will continue to be funded. And so with that, we're going to have a presentation. We have Shannon Hall, the Executive Advisor of the Department for Community-Based Services, and Rick Baker, Executive Director of Community Action Kentucky. Would you folks please come forward? Oh, I'm sorry. Before we do that, go ahead and come forward. We do need to approve the minutes, and I have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye. All opposed, like sign. Okay, the minutes stand approved as read. Thank you. Please identify yourselves for the record, and the floor is yours.
Good afternoon. Shannon Hall, Executive Advisor, Department for Community-Based Services.
Rick Baker, Executive Director of Community Action Kentucky, the state association for the 23 community action agencies across the state.
All
Proceed.
right. If it would please the committee, we'll just jump right in.
Okay.
So what is LIHEAP? LIHEAP is the Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program established in 1982 during the Ronald Reagan administration. It helped create, it was created to help households with the lowest incomes that pay the highest proportion of their income for home energy. LIHEAP helps households manage high energy costs, particularly during those more harsh winter and summer utility bills. It reduces disconnects, reduces the need for assistance through weatherization, and it promotes responsibility through the Assurance 16 program. So the LIHEAP funds spent to date in federal fiscal year 2025 total $43.4 million. The anticipated amount of funding for federal fiscal year 2026 is $58 million. This is all 100% federally funded. There's no cash payments ever made to households, and payments are made directly to vendors and or utility.
That figure, is that Kentucky, or is that the total federal program?
That's Kentucky's figures.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So 90% of federal LIHEAP award is used for benefits to Kentucky citizens. $400,000 is retained by DCBS for the Preventive Assistance Program to assist families receiving Child Protective Services with needed energy payment assistance. Up to 15% of the amount can be allotted for weatherization, and up to 10% can be used for administrative costs. This chart represents the monthly income for household sizes. So you can see there that it represents 150% of the 2025 federal poverty guidelines. So a household of one cannot exceed a monthly income of $1,956, and it goes through a household size of 8, and that would be $6,768. And for each additional household member that's added beyond that, you would add $673 to the monthly income limit. So now we're going to talk a little bit about LIHEAP components. So LIHEAP offers the following types of benefits to Kentucky citizens: the bill payment assistance for heating and cooling, so the subsidy component and then the crisis component, the emergency assistance, and of course weatherization activities that increase energy efficiency, the health and safety and eligibility among those with low income dwellings. So specifically the fall subsidy. This is a one-time credit on household utility bills. It prevents disconnects primarily during colder winter months. The benefits are a fixed amount based on energy type and household income. The application process begins in early November, usually ending in mid-December. Early applications are sometimes accepted in October for the elderly and individuals with disabilities. Appointments are available for those who are working individuals. And again, no payments are made directly to the household. LIHEAP Winter Crisis. This is assistance to prevent crisis disconnects. The household must demonstrate a true crisis, such as a disconnect notice. Application process for this program begins in early January and runs through mid-March or longer, determined by funding availability. Benefits are limited to the amount necessary to relieve the crisis. There is a maximum amount, and that's capped based on the fuel type, and no payments, again, are made to individual households. We also run the spring subsidy, again, with a focus on preventing disconnects during summer months. It helps offset the cooling cost, which is primarily electric utilities. Benefits are a fixed amount based on household incomes, and the program application period runs from April 15th through May 30th. This slide represents some of the numbers that represent the recent LIHEAP participation. So there was 63,000, a little over 63,000 households that received summer cooling subsidy benefits with an average benefit of $185 for a total of $11.8 million. For the fall subsidy benefits, nearly 71,500 households with an average benefit of $136.19 for a total of $10.2 million. The crisis benefits, a little over 68,000 households received that benefit with an average of around $345 for a total of $24 million. And then the spring subsidy benefits, right around 51,000 households, average benefit a little over $163 for a total of $8.3 million. Now we're going to get into the weatherization aspect of the LIHEAP program, and one of the primary tenets of this program is increasing the energy efficiency of dwellings, reducing energy cost, the need for other types of assistance programs, reducing the risk of utility disconnects, and attempting to improve overall health and safety. The priorities for weatherization are not particularly in any order, but elderly, disabled, or children. So households that include one of those three persons would take priority. Households with young children at risk of removal from a home due to any sort of substandard condition. A high energy burden household where the energy cost exceeds 15% or more of their gross household income. Weatherization continued. This is a partnership with the Kentucky Housing Corporation. The funds are used to make home repairs related to energy efficiency. It serves low-income households if income does not exceed 200% of the federal poverty guidelines. There was 295 homes weatherized from July of 2024 through May 31st of 2025. And the average benefit for the weatherization program was right around $11,900, and this used the combination of Division of Energy, so DOE funds, and LIHEAP funds. Here it discusses some different weatherization measures. So measures are evaluated on a return on investment sort of basis, so savings to investment ratio, or SIR. Some of the common weatherization activities or measures is insulation, air sealing, caulking, those sorts of things. Health and safety aspects, so a carbon monoxide detector for testing for gas leaks and other health and safety things are appropriate health and safety activities of weatherization. Checking combustible appliances such as stoves, furnaces, or water heaters, and then installing fire and carbon monoxide detectors. So LIHEAP is, again, 100% federally funded. It's a block grant that comes to the department and then is used as a pass-through to Kentucky Community Action. So I'm going to turn it over to Rick here to talk a little bit about his organization and how they help the department run this program.
And again, LIHEAP is operated in partnership with the Cabinet through a contract with Community Action Kentucky and the 23 community action agencies based across the Commonwealth. Community action agencies are governed by a tripartite board of directors. It's actually mandated by law that they have representatives of elected officials, low-income representatives, and the public sector or private sector representatives, which could be other community-based organizations or companies or chambers of commerce, any other type of private sector are mandated to be on that board. Almost every single county judge executive serves on a community action board or has a seat on the board, as well as mayors, to make sure that you receive that local input and coordination of local services. We've been administering the program since the late 80s when the Cabinet approached Community Action back in the day to start administering the program. Again, the largest benefit we have is we have a physical presence. We're the only community-based organization that has a physical presence in all 120 counties of the Commonwealth. We presented this morning to the Disaster and Resiliency Task Force about how we reacted to natural disasters and just anything that happens in our communities every day. The great thing about Community Action being a partner with the LIHEAP program, that it gets people in our doors. And they're in for that immediate assistance. They may need utility assistance, but we can then start case management and say, okay, you know, what may be some of the factors that's got you to this position, and how can we keep you from needing assistance in the future? A lot of our agencies offer economic development activities, job training activities, to where they can get those families enrolled in job training, education to help improve, to get them a job or get them a better job or maintain their job, and make sure that they don't need assistance long term. That's the goal of Community Action, is make sure that nobody needs our assistance. We know that unfortunately in today's world that people are always going to need assistance, and we want to make sure that we provide those the assistance they need, or make sure that they get it to where they can get it in their communities if we don't provide it directly ourselves. Every agency also has to do a comprehensive needs assessment every 2 years that fully documents the needs of their local communities, even down to the community level, not just the county level, but community level, and then address those needs through the services that they provide. So again, we've got a map that kind of shows the 23 agencies. They're, again, spread across the state. Some are as small as 1 county, and some operate up to 10 counties. So again, we're pleased to be a partner in this program. And again, it allows us to meet those families where they are and then help address their needs so that they don't need continued assistance. So
I think Senator Smith has a question.
thank you.
Yeah, more of a statement. Thank you, Chairman Gooch. Just it's good to see Rick Baker here. He's done a fantastic job. For how many years? I'm curious because I'm not too much older than you, but you've been in office since Joe Duke, I guess, was there. How long ago?
Do I have to say how long? No. This is my 36th year that I'm in.
So a
in this.
remarkable life that's been dedicated to this type of service. And as we continue to mop up the war on coal in our area, these programs have been so critical in saving the few families that we can from literally collapsing. And if you've ever been there back when the kerosene is stuff, to see people coming, lining up with families with children to get kerosene to go back home because they don't have the luxury of having that. And even as the rates have gone up, you've seen more and more people go to it. The light heat has been one of the most effective tools we've had to get it into the hands. I can't say that about all the programs, but this has been a remarkable one, and I'd be remiss not to point out your years of service to it and what a great job you all have done. And just one quick comment is that Rick's son Noah is a remarkable young man as well, and he volunteered all the way through high school as for free working with our sailing school. So the sailing school that we've always operated for autism, that's always been free. Noah, we could not have done it without Noah. But and Rick's also a good fellow, brother Mason. So a lot of good things I can say. It makes no shock to see you obviously being successful with this program. I'm glad to have you at the helm. But I've said too much. Thank you again for your time, and we appreciate your years of service to our state.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I want to echo the comments that Senator Smith made. I've worked many years with your folks, and you do a great job helping a lot of folks who really are in dire need of especially this program. So with that, thank you. Representative Johnson.
Yes, sir. 2 quick questions, if I could. I want to go back to, actually all the way back to the 3rd slide. And I know that every member of this committee knows the answer to this question, but should there be somebody watching that doesn't, can you tell us what Assurance 16 means?
Sure.
Of course, all of us know the answer to that. I know you guys do, but, maybe I don't.
So